Hey there, boys and girls. Grampy Jack back. We are with Railroad Revolution today, and we are going to talk about a comedy of errors. For those of you who don't know what a comedy of errors is, that's where one error blows into another error, blows into another error, and makes a huge mess. So, I have gone through an operating system update. The server has gone through an upgrade and update and some changes, and needless to say, things don't always work well when you do that. I've lost a few things because machines just miscellaneous disappear them. I've had a few machines stop working. I go to break them and put them back, and once you break them, they're gone. That shouldn't happen in most cases. So I'm going to do some explaining to you right now about what all has been going on. So first off, I need to get my brand new jetpack back because my old jetpack got et. Let's get that bad boy on there. And we are going to go next door. And I know this is a tad out of order because most of you have not seen what I'm about to show you at this point. But this is the red room. And you're like, whoa, Grampy Jack, look at all that red. That's fantastic. Where did that come from? And the rest of you are going, whoa, Grampy Jack, what is that esoteric structure you've got in there? I thought you cleared this room out. Well, this is where the comedy of errors comes into play. Go up here. Woof. Knock this out carefully. Look at that. Look at all that water. So while I was, and I don't know how much you can see, I was digging all this out to make the dome for the room. I did something silly. I broke through in the back there to the ocean. Thought we had enough fill in there when we fixed that, but apparently not, and it started throwing water in, and I kept trying to block that up, and I couldn't find the spot where I broke through. So I started filling in sand, make a cofferdam, and it kept spreading, and it's like, what the heck is going on? Unfortunately, I had to go off to work for a little bit. So it took me about half an hour to get down, get things rectified, and come back. And when I come back, all of this was water source blocks. Not just water from where it was coming in, hitting something and splitting. No, this was all water source blocks, and that's all water source blocks in there. So if you go back a ways in the time machine, there was a point where we were digging this out and expanding it, and we hit ocean. And that therein lies where the issue is, because not only did we hit ocean, the ocean had been replaced. See, we had dug, in fact, you can see where we, oops, they made it a little too high. But you can see here where we put in a pump system and some floodgates, and started refilling this. And this is where we were off. We had a secondary floodgate to help, and we were off on the level where it got put at, where it should have been. It should have been one lower. Not going to worry about fixing that. However, down in here, you can see where I've already started laying some fill in. This is where I broke through. And the way the floodgates work is they sense air blocks. So every place there was an air block within this big zone, it got replaced with a water block as long as the floodgate had water to draw upon. So since these are water blocks, and if you suck one out, it's going to create another water source block, all it did was kept pushing source blocks down. So here's the scary thing. Had I not come back to the server when I did, yes, we're flying slowly. Had I not come back when I did and removed those, anything that was an air block below the level of the ocean, which right now we're below the level of the ocean, and connected to this room, all of this, everything you see here, would eventually have been under water source blocks. Everything. So let that sink in for a moment. Yeah, you want to talk about ugly, because the only way you can get rid of a source block is to displace it with something else, like cobblestone or sand or gravel or, yeah. So all of I was on the brink of having this entire room flooded and having it spill down the hallway and to the stairs. Now, yes, there is a certain range. Perhaps it would not have made it this far. I wasn't willing to take the chance. Would you have? So now I get the wonderful joy of flying up there and filling the contained area with sand or gravel, or both, depending on if I run out. So it will be a day or two to clean up this mess, but we will clean it up and continue to review the red room. So catch you on the flip side. I got some mopping to do. Bye. There we go. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Howdy, folks. Took care of the water situation. If you didn't see that video, or it hasn't come up yet for some reason, we had a flood. So cleaned up the water situation. Now ready to show you progress on the red room. Woo! Oh yeah. Look for the red doorway. Ooh, pretty. Amazing what you can do with chisel. Got tons of redstone, had to do something with it. So you can now see the room. There's no more water, there's no more sand, there's no more cobblestone, so yay. As you can see, we got the upper vault all mostly cleared out. Oops, you weren't supposed to see that yet. We now have our central pillar that's inverse, and we've got our decoration up here. And this is what we're doing with the vault, the vaulted roof. So I've got two textures. I've got the slant texture, and I got the plain block texture going on. So to remind you what those look like. Oh, that ain't right. Come on. There it goes. That's what they look like. So these are the plain. These are the, let's get some light on this situation. There we go. These are the plain. These are the slants. So I've got two different textures, two different layers. I've got the slants out on the edges. Running into something. We're going to have the planes running along in this indentation and probably along where this bar is. I am thinking about putting another, what the heck do you call this? Red pillar. Another section of red pillar in here someplace. Haven't decided exactly where that's going to go and help support the dome, the vaulted ceiling. Thinking I could use that. It looks a little unsupported. Needs to be broken up a little bit. But, yeah. Next time you see this, you should see my face. Let's try that again. Next time you see this, you should see the room in its completed form. Hopefully, I'll have the flooring in as well. So, let's see. Do I have all my lights in? So far, I do. Yay. Yay. I think it's coming along nice. I think you'll like it. And then I'll get to move my equipment in here. Oh yeah, still got to do all the rigging for power and such. Yeah, that can be done another time. So, this was a quickie. Bye. See you later. Sayonara. Hasta la vista, baby.